everybody, and welcome to STU-Ing It with your host, Stu Greenberg, and our co-host to my right. You can introduce yourself.
I don't need to. Everyone already knows me.
Well, yes, you are world renowned.
Well, what if I don't know you?
But
what if I don't know you?
For the one or two people in Antarctica, or in the Amazon who don't know you, could you please introduce yourself?
Okay. I'm Dena.
Dena Joy.
Yeah.
And as Stan Lee said, every comic book is someone's first comic book. So as hard as it is to believe, this may be someone's first STU-Ing It episode. It's actually number 14.
Yeah,
but you can catch up. And then on my left,
I'm Max, the more enthusiastic person, and if you didn't know, this is the show that tastes just as good as the food at Bell Works. That went a lot smoother in my head, but we'll go with it.
Okay, all right. We're improving. It's good. And then behind the ones and twos, the fabulous
Big Kahuna.
What's going on, everybody?
It's great to see you.
It's great to see you too, man. The same fun stuff, different day.
Yeah. The same here.
I love that sweater. #new stew.
Yes, it's new. This is the new. This is this year's version, and you can see I have on my arm the various years I've done it.
New stew
for the last 3 years. I'm up to, I think, 1,060 days of 30 minutes of exercise a day.
Nice,
So,
man.
Feeling good, except when I'm not. So this is, I guess, Small Business Saturday, the day after Black Friday, which is the day after Thanksgiving.
And the day before Hanukkah. Exactly. We have a big holiday season kickoff.
So, because this is the Thanksgiving weekend, we should say what we're thankful for, right? We should.
And the people that are watching, you can put it in the comments.
Okay, very good. Mr. Max Noah.
Why, thank you.
Who are you? What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for this podcast. And last episode, my jokes didn't kill the Big Kahuna yet.
Okay.
Is that your mission now?
No.
Is to kill me with comedy?
Death
Challenge accepted, little man.
Death by humor.
Death by humor? I mean, there's worse ways to go out in this world.
That's true.
This is the world of 2021. There's a lot of
Dena, what are you What or who are you thankful for?
I'm going to say what I said yesterday.
It was Thursday.
Yeah, it was.
No, it was yesterday. You're right. We had Black Friday, Thanksgiving. So what did you say?
Me.
You're thankful for yourself?
Yeah.
The world's most confident teenager. There you go.
Yeah.
And Big Kahuna, what are you thankful for?
Let's see. What am I thankful for? The health of my family, loved ones, friends. Just kind of general, usual stuff. I'm very thankful for the good folks over at the Shared Universe podcast studio located in Bellworks, New Jersey.
Oh,
I certainly agree.
Shout out.
I certainly agree.
What am I thankful for? The comedy stylings of Max, maybe? Yeah, because I know he's trying to kill me with comedy, but we will see in this episode if he will succeed.
I think he's going to fail.
Last time I did make you leave at the end.
Oh, yeah, you made me walk out.
Yeah.
Well, we actually all walked out at the end because that's what you do.
Well, that's what you do when the show's over.
Exactly.
See, there you go, Max. That's some comedy for you.
There you go.
There you go.
Except it
So,
wasn't funny.
KP Burke,
It was funny to me.
watch out. Max is on your trail. Okay. Was there anything else, Big Kahuna? Or
That's it, man.
There
That's
was
it?
last comment did say that they were thankful for their kids and humbly being healthy and happy, and for the Shared Universe podcast studio.
Lovely. Well, I
Those
am.
are all good things to be thankful for.
That's right, and I'm thankful for a lot of the same things. I'm thankful that just the amazing way the world works. That I can be associated with the a shared universe podcast studio, and I can know, the Big Kahuna, and I can know KP Burke and Nick Franco and just all the different people that I've met over the last couple of years. I'm also very thankful that Max and Dena did an extraordinary job at their B'nai Mitzvah. It was really a beautiful, amazing job, and then we had a great party, and I think it was a successful event.
Yes, it was. It was very nice.
And we're glad that we did a nice job, and we're also happy that it's over, right?
Oh yes, we're happy that it's over.
Okay. So speaking of Thanksgiving, I'm going to ask, and with much love to Aunt Aileen and Aunt Ava and Grandma.
Exactly. Gina's already laughing.
Let's say you have 10 people at a luncheon.
It's simple math.
And you have one person is vegan. So you have 9 people that are going to eat turkey. Big Kahuna.
But there's also a small kitchen. You have to plan that fact.
Okay, the kitchen is a little bit on the small side. But, for 9 people, Big Kahuna, the adults and teenagers, how many pounds of turkey do you think would be...
I didn't sign up for podcasts to do math, okay, Stu? This is not what what was in the job description.
Okay,
so let me take an educated guess. For how many people?
9 eating adults.
9 adults. For how much turkey?
Yes.
I would say 2 full turkeys.
Really?
I would say 2, yeah.
Really?
I think only 2.
Only 2.
Only 2.
But even if those 2 are 26 pounds of turkey?
He just froze. He just went like...
They were
exactly what he
20
went like. He was like...
26 pounds. No, wait a minute.
Yep.
Hold. What?
There was
Yeah.
there was a 12-pound turkey and there was a 14-pound turkey.
What? Yeah.
Y'all too much, man.
Yeah. And
I'm good.
It is the Greenberg
and
way.
let me ask if you're going to have mashed potatoes,
Which is a staple. Which
is
should.
a staple.
Yeah.
What poundage of?
I think like 10 pounds is good.
Well, that's what we had.
Okay. Realistically, for how many people? 9.
Well, there was vegan mashed potatoes as well with vegan.
But those don't count.
Oh, okay. Those were fighting.
They're still made out of potatoes, though.
We had and let's
They're not made
say
of
you have trays of stuffing.
Oh my God, no.
For 9 people. How many trays of stuffing do you think would be appropriate?
How many different kinds?
Let's just word it that way.
So I'm gonna say 4 of regular stuffing and then 1 of the vegan. Because is there only 1 vegan?
There's only
Like
1 vegan.
4 trays?
We had.
So I'm gonna say 5 in total.
5 trays.
5 trays total.
Well, yeah, but they were big trays.
How many
And
kinds
here
do you have?
is the mighty.
Here's
We have
here's the
special
boss himself.
guest.
Keep the camera. Keep the
Special
camera.
guest.
Hey, man.
How are you doing?
I
my
hope you
friend?
guys don't mind me popping in for a
Oh,
second.
please,
Max,
please.
Dena, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
So I have something here very special for you.
Okay.
I announced it. I teased it yesterday. You may have seen this. So
Okay.
back season 1 of Comic Book Men, the PR,
Stop,
the
Max.
people doing the PR came out with a press kit.
Yeah.
And they did it in the form of a comic book.
Wow.
And these were very, very limited. I unearthed several of these.
Oh boy.
And I'm giving this one to you.
Oh,
for a
man.
holiday
Oh,
present.
wow.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we flipped through this. There's a profile on
Ming.
Walt Flanagan. There's these are pretty rare. So I
Ming.
mean, but come on, if anybody, deserves one of these. So it's cool. Look at there's me as Brainiac.
No, that's so dope. That's so
Mang,
cool.
I love that.
Yeah, you got it, man. So
That's-
so if you're watching, I know I have a couple of these online for sale, but this is my gift to you. So.
Oh, Ming, thank you.
Please,
Thank you so much.
Pretty cool. I was like, what? I got my hands on a couple of them when they came out, but I managed to get some more. So
Ming, you're a gentleman.
You're a
and
stand-up
scholar.
guy, Ming Chen.
I try. I try.
You're a good guy, Ming.
I try.
And you
Now, try not
succeed.
to steal the Michelle Pfeiffer on your way out, but
No,
Are you saying that to me or just in
I'm
general?
saying that
In
to
general.
anybody who comes in.
that's
here.
that's
Display only.
fantastic.
Well,
Well, we-
since you're here, what are you thankful for? You can just
Oh man, well I'm thankful for you guys.
I thank you.
Definitely.
Ming.
I'm thankful for podcasting.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Very true.
Thankful for
Very
my
true.
family. I'm thankful for the hardworking people who make up a shared universe, and I'm thankful for everybody who tunes into all these live broadcasts. Yeah, geez, the list goes on. I'm thankful for Comic-Con. I'm thankful for my amazing friends. I'm thankful for Comic-Cons in general that
Exactly.
I get to go to every week.
Even the bad ones and the ugly.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, at least you get a good story out of
Exactly.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And then you could tell it on the podcast.
Ming,
Yeah,
I have
I'm thankful for being a nerd. It's great.
Oh, yes, being a nerd
I
is
have
great.
to I have to tell you that you personally have been the conduits to so many of my friends that I have
Oh.
today. I mean, I consider you to be a true friend.
Thank
but,
you. You too, my friend.
But I mean, so many people. From Christian to KP to Nick Franco
Yeah.
to George Cormos, all these people I would not have known if it wasn't for you.
Yeah,
So
I'm just passing along, I guess, what Kevin kind of brought down
Well,
to me as well.
I mean, it is
So-
a shared universe.
That's
then
true.
we got the
That's
shared
very
universe.
true.
So here, I'm gonna have you hold that up. I'm gonna take a photo.
Christian,
of
that
you with
was
it,
Thank
and
you.
very
then
punny.
Thank
that's
you.
all I'll
interrupting
say.
your shoulder. But,
Ming, it's an honor. Thank you.
awesome.
That's a good
Thank you
tip.
so
it's,
much.
That's right now. That might be rarer than Action Comics #1. I'm just saying.
Well, it
I'm
could
just
be.
saying.
Thank you.
Action Comics 1.
All right, Ming.
Happy holidays,
Ming.
guys.
Take
thank
care,
you.
boss.
Wow,
Good to see you.
That's
A nice little
very
surprise,
nice.
huh?
Wow, that's great. That's wonderful.
Only for the greatest, Stu
That's
Greenberg.
super.
Now we
That's
return to the regularly scheduled program.
I don't know if we can. I mean,
We have a new
we were
segment to
talking
talk
about
about.
10 pounds of mashed potatoes, and then we got this beautiful press
And we got
kit.
3 pounds, and we got 3 containers of stuffing.
Yes.
One of them
3
having
different kinds, actually.
Yes, exactly. So
There's 2 without liver and 1 with liver.
yes, because
Aiden doesn't like liver.
yes, my nephew does not care for the giblets. So yeah,
I don't care for the giblets. I don't blame him.
It's an
It
acquired
was like
taste.
chestnut
So
stuffing.
okay, so we talked about Thanksgiving. We have a couple of things to go over. I mean, we talked about the B'nai Mitzvah a little bit. Is there anything that we should talk about, in detail on it? Just that it was a great event and
It was
you
a-
all did beautifully, and
Yes, we should leave it at that.
we should leave it at that. A man of few words. I appreciate
I
that.
thank you.
So I think now maybe we can start talking about pop culture. Should we talk about
Yep.
pop culture? And we saw a number of movies and shows.
Some better than others. I'll leave it at that.
Okay, well, should we start with Shang Chi?
Oh, yes,
Okay.
we should.
Okay, now, Big Kahuna, did you see Shang Chi?
I did.
Okay, well, please, join the conversation. Max, what did you think of Shang Chi?
I think it was good. I think it was a happy medium between martial arts and over-the-top Marvelness, third action fights.
Oh,
and-
wait. Max is a humongous copycat, and when we finished watching it,
You watched it.
Our-
He walked out of the theater imitating the moves.
no. We
Do you
watched it
honestly
at
think I
home,
can flip?
and he didn't say anything. But our dad said, I liked it, but it was kind of like every other Marvel movie. And then now Max is saying that.
But to be fair, it kind of is.
Yeah.
Like it's that's
Yeah,
the
but he
one
said
thing
it was
that
like the last scene fight.
yeah. Well, it's true.
It
Like
is
name a
true.
Marvel movie that doesn't have that.
What I call that.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait.
But that's
Point
not
proven.
only Marvel movies. That's the third act swirly sky cloud CGI monster. CGI.
To be fair,
yeah, I mean,
I even though I'm talking smack about Marvel, I just saw that same thing in Ghostbusters Afterlife and loved it.
okay.
So I'm not.
Okay.
We haven't
We
seen
haven't
it
seen
yet.
We haven't seen.
Also, if you're having a movie that consists of Halloween stuff, why are you putting it at Thanksgiving? Just
But it
why?
wasn't.
What do you mean?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters wasn't set in Thanksgiving. Oh, they just released it like that because of the pandemic.
Yes.
Oh.
It was supposed to come out last summer.
So
But still, it's like It's like a Halloween movie. It's like a Halloween movie featuring.
Yeah, but
ghosts
Max,
and
they want to
whatnot.
get it out as soon as possible.
For the widest audience, and
Yeah.
usually around the time of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, people
Movies
are.
do
It's
pretty
about
well.
marketing.
So
Sorry to interrupt, but there is a new Matrix movie coming
okay,
out.
well
we'll get to that.
Hold on 1 second, though.
Yes.
Before we move into any more movie talk about Shang-Chi or anything, are we putting a spoiler warning?
Oh yeah.
Oh
we-
yeah. Okay.
Oh, what
If you
Thank
haven't
you.
seen any of the movies, go
Thank
watch
you.
them on Disney
Thank
Plus
you,
or whatever.
thank you.
Okay.
Then come back.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
So spoiler warning is in effect for the
Spoiler.
next. Come back in 5 minutes.
Yes, so just-
For Shang-Chi.
For Shang-Chi.
Okay.
So,
If you
So
don't want it,
yes,
bye-bye.
I did see Shang-Chi.
okay.
Yeah.
You just see Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I saw it, and I enjoyed it for what it was, but I think it had some of the best fight sequences in any Marvel movie.
Did.
It did.
And it had a good plot.
The street,
It did have a good plot, but it wasn't. It had a good plot. It wasn't a great plot.
Yeah.
It was like I left wanting more, even though they left enough on the table.
Yeah.
What?
It's like
Seconds.
Thanksgiving. It's like
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
it is like Thanksgiving. It's like I can go back for seconds
It's
and
like I
thirds.
can go back for more for the bigger drumstick, but there's not a lot of meat on it. You know what I mean?
Very true.
Good, Max.
Very true.
So
I
what I
know.
would say,
No.
what I would say is that we're spoiled because we're in a post, endgame kind of world where we're used to movies that benefit from 10 or 15 movies before that. So if you looked at the early Marvel movies,
Like
when-
Iron Man 3 to be exact.
well, that and Thor: The Dark World. I mean,
Well,
there-
also, they were all sequels.
what was it?
Avengers, they were all sequels.
Well, but not the
Shang-Chi
not the
isn't.
first Avengers movie.
Yeah, but they wanted it to sell. But
So-
they weren't positive if it would. But now that Marvel's a humongous company, they're sure it will sell.
Marvel was
So,
already
but
a
what
big
they're-
company
what they're-
before
I
they
think
hit
they're
silver
trying-
screen.
Before they made movies, though.
What I
Well,
think they're trying to do is set up the next phase.
Yeah.
And if you look at the beginning of when Marvel movies started, the movies were set up to introduce the phases. So what happens is that Shang-Chi did that. I think that the characters were personable. They
They were very relatable. I liked them. Kate was a very good comedic relief.
Okay, so I was pretty satisfied with that. I think that the final the third act with the monster battle was typical of these kind of movies, but I think it was good, and I think that they were good at putting Easter eggs and callbacks, and the fact that Wong was in it. These were good things. So if we were to give Shang-Chi thumbs up, thumbs down,
It was it was average Marvel movie goodness.
I would say
I give it an 8 out of 10. Out of 10, I did a solid average
okay.
I give it one full thumbs up and then one halfway thumbs
Okay.
up.
because of
Okay.
that thing. I'd give it an 8 out of 10 because they could have just
Well,
put
what do
more
you want
things
them
in.
to do? Do you
Okay.
want them to put the big fight scene in the beginning?
No, honestly, I would welcome a challenge like that. How would you make a movie work like that? Because then when you pitch movies like that, you encourage different story paths.
Exactly.
Whereas, what would happen if the big bad fight happened in the opening of the movie, and the rest of the movie was a character piece and study with a smaller event? Like, that's what I think Marvel should focus on, or at least I would like them to.
They could try
Is
that.
having smaller, more character-contained stories that don't necessarily need
Yeah.
the
CGI.
big CGI fight at the end. It's dope to see, and we're used to it, but like I think it could lay the foundation for
Well,
seeing more interesting things moving forward.
I have to say that I did not see I guess it's the Netflix, like the Daredevil and Jessica Jones, and I didn't have a chance to watch those. My understanding was that was the street level heroes. I'm looking forward to the She-Hulk, because I think that has the potential of being one of those kind of movies. So if we move on, we just finished up the What If animated series. Big
Loved
Kahuna,
it.
Did you see that?
I loved it. I loved it so much.
Okay, so what did you love about What If?
For one, I liked that they embraced the animated format.
Yes.
Because
Are they good at it?
Marvel.
I think so. I think it leans. It's an adjustment, but it leans into the aesthetic of a comic book.
Yes.
However, I think I personally would have preferred to see it in 2D
Yeah.
instead of that 3D look, because some characters don't translate well to it.
Yeah.
It's still cool and I still like it, but the 3D is a little bit hit or miss for me. However, it's a beautiful show regardless.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
pretty
it is. And what happens? I think they were very clever in setting it up. I thought they were all going to be independent stories.
Yeah.
And,
but like
and-
the
and-
zombies, how Doctor Strange dropped the zombies, it kind of connected it.
Yes. So what happened was that starting out everything seemed to be more independent, but then as we got through all of the 9 episodes, you started to see the narrative come together, and I thought that was very, very interesting. And I'm very curious to see if we have the multiverse Avengers in season 2. So.
The question is, will they make a season 2 though?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, it's already confirmed.
It's already
Yeah.
been announced.
And I think I would like to see, because I think it was good enough, I would like to see like live action versions of certain of the stories. Like I would love to see a universe explored of Agent Carter.
I love
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
love
I love that.
I love Captain Carter.
I love Captain Carter so much. I love that whole concept.
Yeah.
And that, because that
Like, I
alone,
want that to meet regular Cap, and then them fighting side by side. That would make.
but
that
that's
would be
what's so
good.
beautiful about the multiverse. And then
Yes.
that's what's
They
so
could have
interesting
that, yeah.
about Spider-Man No Way Home and all that stuff that's
Yes.
coming up, because it opens the door to allow all of Marvel's past properties to become relevant again.
Exactly.
So theoretically, Ghost Rider exists in this world.
Yeah.
Blade exists in this world.
They are making
Well-
a Blade movie though. They are making that.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
So
Dr. Morris thing. That looks really good.
the what now, Max?
The Blade movie. Their trailer looks very good.
There's a trailer?
Yeah, the Dr. Morris thing.
I
think.
think
I don't think that's connected.
I think oh,
That
what,
might be something else, little man.
what is the
Oh,
what is the
whoops.
vampire
It's all
movie?
good.
The Marvel vampire movie.
Oh, Morpheus.
Mo-
Wait, no, that's the Matrix. No, it's not Mobius. That's Loki. What the hell is his name?
Morbius.
Morbius. Yeah, it is Morbius.
Yeah. That
Oh, it's
that
kinda
looks
funny.
very interesting. That looks very I have to tell you the truth, maybe a little bit too scary for me.
I think we'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's
Are you gonna see Doctor Strange too?
absolutely.
Of course.
Horror. Dr. Strange is the
It's
bread
supposed
and
to be
butter of
horror.
the NFL.
It's supposed to be horror.
Yeah.
And there's gonna
well,
be
you know who's-
zombies in it.
Do you know who's making Doctor Strange 2? Oh, what is it? 3? No, it's 2.
It's 2.
It's 2.
It's some dude that wanted it to be a horror movie in the beginning.
Do you
but
know
it didn't
the-
turn it out.
Do you know the name Sam Raimi?
Oh no.
No.
You don't know the name Sam Raimi?
Oh no.
No.
You
No.
kids are gonna get educated soon.
Oh, boy.
But Sam Raimi
Oh,
is
boy.
at the helm
That's
of Doctor Strange 2. Now,
I think that might be a movie that I do pay-per-view so I can turn it off and like compose myself.
so just to give you guys the Cliff Notes version, Sam Raimi is very well known for making very
Scary.
very campy scary
Yeah.
movies, but some
like what
but
movies?
genuine
He wanted it.
scares.
He wanted it to be like he wanted it to be a horror movie in the beginning, like for Doctor Strange 1, but that didn't happen. So
You could make the argument that it can be horror with
no, it's going to be a horror movie
I don't
now.
know. Caecilius. That's Caecilius is a guy from my Latin textbook.
See,
Whoops.
I was right. The title.
Multiverse of Madness.
So, well, and I think that what happens is that we're going to see the what happened in WandaVision bleed
Oh, yeah.
over into Doctor Strange.
Oh, of course.
Oh, 110%.
Yeah, so
Yes.
That was already like confirmed or something like that.
Yeah, like
okay.
that was already confirmed.
So,
That's true.
why don't we do this? We also saw the Eternals.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
If they're looking for good movies, this is not the good. This is not Marvel's best
It's
work.
it's a bit
It was
weak.
its own. It was very unique in its own way.
We're gonna talk spoilers here too,
Oh,
so
yes.
we're gonna have the
Okay.
spoiler warning.
Most people have not
Eternals
seen it.
spoilers.
There was
3,
I'll just
2,
say-
1.
All right, we're talking about spoilers, guys. Yeah, I didn't really dig Eternals all that much.
I did not.
I
I was disappointed.
Do you know what it is? I mean, the characters were interesting,
Yeah.
but there were a lot of them, and
Yeah.
there was
There were
really
so many plot holes.
They took them and then they just multiplied them like so much.
and
So
there
it
wa-
was
there-
like you didn't really care for the characters, and
exactly. You just kind
then
of
like they're like these big people.
Max.
All it takes is
Max.
just their power to get sucked out, and oof, they just fall straight to the ground. What?
I think Dad was trying to talk.
no,
and
it's
you
okay.
cut 'em off.
Go on, Max. So
That,
what
that's
we-
all I was gonna say.
Well,
Okay.
it was interesting, and I think that it set up a lot of interesting points, and but obviously there are such galactic, literally, ramifications. I also think that what happens is you don't have the one character that's really got a lot of charisma, like in Guardians of the Galaxy. Whether or not you like Chris Pratt, he's a likable character, and
He is.
and you feel affinity with him. Where the characters in Eternals, they were good actors and they were doing their job, but there wasn't any one that you could really say, oh,
I
that-
relate
Because
to them.
I
Yeah.
don't think they're supposed to be a main character, actually.
You don't think they're supposed to be a main character?
No, I think it was supposed to focus on 3. But they kind of failed at that since they're better at making 1 or 2 people the main character.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty good observation because
Yeah, they really just like there
'Cause
was a
they-
bunch of them, but they just highlighted only one.
they
of them.
kind of laid out
No.
basic traits that people were supposed to identify with, and like, for example, the lead woman. I'm blanking on her name.
Cersei.
Yeah, we're just supposed to like Cersei because she's in love with a human and she loves Earth and all. Like that's the thing is
And
like,
then that human
if you
turns out
guys
to-
loved Earth so much, why didn't you help when Thanos wiped out half of it?
Because they
Yeah.
weren't supposed to.
They weren't
they weren't supposed to.
BS.
Yes.
I
exactly.
know that they weren't supposed to, but if they claim to love Earth as much as they do,
Max.
I
but
claim.
they didn't want to break
Max,
the rules.
you need to get
Yeah,
a
but
little
then they
closer
end up
to the
doing it
mic.
anyway. You gotta get a little closer for me, man.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
So, because we want to hear everything you have to say.
Oh,
You have
yeah.
important opinions, and we want to get all the information.
Mm-hmm.
So, so I mean, I thought it was interesting. For me, I thought Kingo and his valet were.
They're the best.
That was great.
It's good comedy.
I liked Fastos. I thought that that was interesting. Although there was a lot of character development there that was very abrupt. But it was okay. It sets up a lot of things. So now we have coming up in less than a month,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. That looks exciting. So
Yeah, looks exciting on paper. The question is,
All right, Max.
Can
Just
they
Max just
act-
has a bias against Spider-Man.
shall we do it?
I mean, you have
what
bias
what
against-
is your bias against
The problem
Spider-Man?
is like now he's kind
He
of
finds him cringy.
Yeah, he is cringy. Let me just say that he's pretty cringy.
Max
You
says he has
take
bad
that back,
comedy.
In what way? In what way is Spider-Man cringy?
He says that Max says he
his
has really bad
joke.
comedy.
Yeah, his jokes are not the best, and his references are like at the worst times possible. But I do respect the references, though. At
do
least he knows
realize-
his pop culture.
You do realize Spider-Man is a child, right? Like
Well-
he's a kid.
I mean,
He's
and
old.
you see, that's the thing that I think.
I don't think we can be friends no more because I love Spider-Man.
Yeah,
So we're done.
This
we-
was the thing that Stanley had when he
Nah,
pitched
you
it
get
to
you
his
get
editor.
you get muted, Max.
Yeah,
You get muted.
Max, mute Max.
Nah, I would never.
I
But no.
I think
Okay,
that
Mike's on.
what's going to be interesting to see over the next couple of movies is how Spider-Man moves from being a kid to being more of an adult, and that should be interesting. I'm looking forward to Spider-Man No Way Home just because the idea that Doc Ock is there, and that looks great.
They got
and
the old Doc, and then they're gonna get Andrew Garfield back. They're
Well,
gonna get CGI
I mean-
Andrew Garfield back.
in
Oh.
theory, we don't know if there's going to be the other three Spider-Man.
Max, I think
hope
Max
so.
just doesn't
other
like
two.
the
I like
actor.
I just like Tobey
Tom
Maguire. I
Holland.
like no, I don't.
He
I
has a
like
bias
him.
to Tobey Maguire.
Yes, he was the original, and in my opinion, he was the best.
Look at
I-
you.
I
little
think,
Russians.
I will be very excited to see that. I think that what the Big Kahuna said about the multiverse is that this is really the first full-blown. Well, that's not true.
Nah,
Into the Spider-Verse was the first full-blown multiverse issue.
I
but-
didn't like it at first, but then it just dug. It just
Dude, you didn't
so
even
so
see it
so
at
here's
first.
so here's the deal,
He
kids.
did not.
Here's the ultimate question about this movie. Between Christmas and New Year's, when I have some time off, will you go to that movie with me?
to the
Yeah.
theaters. No, I don't like the theaters.
You don't like
You
the theater?
literally went to the theaters like last weekend.
Well, that was a party. We went to our friend's party. But so Max, you wouldn't go see Spider-Man?
Not in the theaters.
Not in the theaters.
Whack.
I just
Max
don't
is
like the
afraid
theaters.
of
You don't like the
theaters.
You're afraid of the movie theater?
Can I?
I just don't
can
like
I?
it.
I'm gonna
Too noisy?
I'm gonna embarrass Max now. I'm gonna
No.
No.
I'm gonna embarrass Max now. Okay.
Get your foot off.
Let me explain why Max does not like movie theaters.
Oh, I've never heard about this.
Okay. Let's go back through the mists of time. We're going back, okay?
Time travel sounds weird.
Let's go to November 2011.
Oh wow.
Okay? And we are on the Disney Magic cruise ship. Okay? And Max and Dena are 3 years old. And they're as adorable as they are now, but more compact.
Oh
So-
yeah.
So we're on the Disney Magic, and we love the Pixar movie Cars. So
Love.
we go into the Disney Magic theater to watch Cars. And the kid's mom had Dena, I believe, and I had Max. And we sat down, and evidently the music, they misadjusted the speakers on the in the movie theater, and Max was a little sensitive to sound back then, and the music came on, and Max screamed like he was being murdered, and my belief is that early trauma now makes Max uneasy in movie theaters. So, what do you think? What do you think? Could that be Max?
Yeah, probably.
Honestly, I get it. That was I used to be very sensitive to sound when I was younger too.
Yes.
I think
Even-
everyone was.
Even now a little bit. For me,
Yeah.
it wasn't movie theaters because I loved going to the movies, but it was fire alarms.
Yes.
Oh.
yes.
Fire alarms was bad for me. I
How about
used
the new
to.
fire alarms. Are you scared of that cringy talking guy?
What do you mean?
The new fire alarms. They sound like may I have?
no. That's only the school.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Do
We
it.
It's like, may I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? There
When
was
the-
a
when they do-
fire report.
No, there's been a fire reported in the building.
Please proceed to the nearest exit and leave the building.
No, and remain
Well,
calm.
in any
I was like,
case, you know what we'll do? You know what we'll do?
boop, boop, and then it would just go on trap until repeat
Ma-
until.
Max, you
See,
know,
that's better than what I had. Anyway, continue, Stu.
no. What I was going to say is, if we wait, but we have Disney Plus. So if we will wait until it's on the streaming service, will you watch that with me then?
Yes.
Max, would you mind if I go and look at it myself in the theater?
Not at all.
Because I don't want like the more at 4:59 that morning that the spoilers to come onto the internet.
Oh, don't worry. I'll already have. I'll already have.
All right, Max watched pitch meetings.
Yes, Screen Rant has pitch meetings. It's the best. I highly recommend
Oh,
it.
he
that's such a
watches
great
them.
video series.
And he watches
So
them
good.
before he watches a movie.
Oh,
And
what are
he'll
you doing?
And then he spoils them. And
Okay.
he spoils the movie while everyone watches it. He's like, oh, and that happens. Oh, and I think that this movie wasn't that good.
You know what?
Sorry.
Honestly,
Before he watches them.
here's a weird thing. I do something a little bit similar, but instead of watching the Screen Rants, if I'm super hyped for a movie for whatever reason, I'll wait until they upload part of the synopsis on Wikipedia.
I do the same thing.
And it's the weirdest thing because it's like I don't want to spoil it, but like I want to read the first what's gonna happen. But then I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? And I kill the page.
Now here is an inside baseball thing. Our
Baseball.
our good friend who we had a joint podcast with KP and Larry Burke. When you guys do Big Kahuna, when you do American Loser, and I see the topic,
You can't blow my cover like that, Stu.
oh,
No, I'm just messing with you.
no,
I'm just messing with you. You're
calling-
good.
I'm calling you the Big Kahuna. So, so what happens is when we have a new episode of the American Loser, which is a great history podcast, I highly recommend it.
Unless you're a little sensitive to swearing, or you're just super religious and swearing's against your religion.
That's very fair. That's a fair commentary.
What
But what I
religion is
do,
pro-swearing?
Big Kahuna, is I go to Wikipedia and I read the entry on the historical figure so that I have a preview. Of course, unless I already know who the historical figure is.
Yeah, if it's
Someti-
like William Shatner or something.
What?
Nothing.
No, it's American Loser and he's Canadian. So he's a Canadian loser. So, but no, he's not.
He's been
He's 90 years old and he
he's
went
been-
into space. The guy is a god. So, but in any case, so why don't we do this? We have some segments that we do as well.
Oh yes.
Okay, Max, are you ready for Sports with Max?
Well, it's also called Sports Report.
I
Sports
think I'm just
report?
gonna leave the room.
Big Kahuna, can we have Max's theme?
It's the second
Well,
one, correct?
No, it's a 12-second one.
The 12-second?
Yes.
Is it this one?
Yeah.
What,
Well, there's Dena's theme song.
There's Dena's theme.
But now here's Max's.
Whoops.
Max on sports.
Which, by the way, is done by one of my very best friends, Dr. Dan Lockhart, who was the best darn market researcher I knew, and now he's the best darn musician I know. So, and he's on Patreon as well.
Oh, I see how it is, Stu.
Yes. So, Max, give us the sports report.
Yes, welcome to Sports Report by me, Max. Where we talk about the teams, and Baltimore still sucks, as well as the Devils. Speaking of what, and the Yankees can never win a World Series.
Sorry if you're any of those fans.
The pain and the agony of losing to Boston. Then, anyway.
Okay.
Speaking of the Yankees, if you remember in 2015 that Andrew Miller trade about Clint Frazier, yep, you know what Brian Cashman told him? He told him to pack up his stuff and go, pack up his stuff and take the subway. They cut him. They traded Tyler Wade to the Angels for cash and a player to be named later, according to the Yankees Twitter page. And then they also cut Rougned Odor. They also traded some players to the affiliates to free up roster space. So that's that. On to football, the main money part. The Thanksgiving Day football games are over. The Lions nearly won, But they choked and they lost. Coach Campbell would have been eating the turkey's kneecap in peace after that. But no, he can't. If you don't know that reference, and his first ever speech as a head coach, he said that he wants to eat people's kneecaps. And that's been a meme ever since.
wait, what?
Okay. Max,
Yep.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm sure
does.
our fans do. So
No, they
It's
don't.
true.
so.
Whoops.
All right, so that's we covered baseball and football.
I don't know. Wait, we haven't covered the playoff push
Oh,
yet.
please.
The playoff push is here because it's week 12 already, and Tampa Bay's secondary is still injured. I don't know why. Why? They just dropped. Snap of our fingers. Everyone's injured. I don't know why. The Chiefs are actually good again. They're 7-4. For the Cowboys left their offense with Jerry Jones at his Thanksgiving Day table, and then when there was like a minute left, they're like, "Oh, we're losing. Let's win." So then they went to. So then Greg Zuerlein kicked a stupid field goal to send the game to overtime. And then the Cowboys blew it. The one player, 3 false starts when they sent him all the way for a 39-yarder, and he missed that one. He went offsides. All you had to do was not even run, and you'd get the ball at the 49-yard line. So they lost that game because the guy went 3 offsides, and they sent it. And then they got a 29-yard field goal that Dan Carlson actually got. So they made that. The Cardinals are 9-2 because they're the Arizona Cardinals. So they're in first, followed by the Packers. Then it's Tampa Bay, followed by everyone else that's good, like the Rams and the Cowboys. Boys are behind them. In the AFC, the Titans are the 1 seed, followed by, I believe, the Bills or the Chiefs. I can't remember, but the playoff push is extremely tight. Look for that, because the season's almost over. We're like 6 weeks away for the season to be over.
Okay.
And then in hockey, the Buffalo Sabres actually were doing above expectations. Can't do it, unfortunately. And the Devils, I believe they're doing pretty good. They got a big win over the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Flyers lost. So, the Flyers are losing. That's always good. It's good. But, hey, remember when the big hype around the Seattle Kraken? Yeah, that's all gone. Because apparently there's something called frauds. Yep, they're really bad. Yep, they're pretty bad.
I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, help me understand that reference.
Oh yeah, there was a big hype when that was announced as a hockey team. There were people who were like, "Oh yeah, let's go Seattle." They completely got. So for sports report, I have my team report cards is what I have on what they've done so far.
Again, this is another copy from a YouTube channel.
No,
Yes, it is.
I have.
Remember I don't really know what it was. It was like football therapy or something like that. He just changed it up.
No, this is report cards. This is report cards on how well the team has done in the offseason and what I think
Again,
they
this
can
is
do.
a copy, so.
The trade deadline's over, unfortunately. But at least the only good player that the
Why are you outing your brother like that? It was so mean.
Dena.
But I told you, he copies everything.
Dena-
So what? So do I. My name is Big Kahuna. I copy that from my favorite movies.
Yeah, Dena.
Everybody copies a little bit. It's all good.
But,
Can't make an
It's called tribute.
Dena.
There's
Can't make an honest.
Have you ever
shout that person out.
Have you
Dena.
ever heard? There's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Dad knows.
Right?
Everything is a rehash.
Everything is a rehash.
Every sports show is the same after the one that came before it.
Yep.
Every
Exactly.
movie is the same,
No.
practically. Yeah, well, that actually can be a cool debate for another episode. Have you ever heard of Joseph Campbell's The Hero's Journey?
No.
Well, that could be
There
for
you
the
go.
That could be for
Look
the
into
holiday
that. It's going to
special
blow your
station.
mind.
Stay
It's
tuned for that.
it's the theory that every story falls under the same circle.
That basically what happens is that there are certain archetypical stories. There are certain foundational stories, and every story is one of I don't remember how many there are, but there's not a lot of them. Let's say 10. But every story is a version of the archetypical story from the beginning of time.
Yeah,
So-
so anyway, Baltimore actually got rid of Pedro Severino. So Baltimore, there's hope for you. I'm actually saying this. Yes, but in a competitive AL East, you can actually call up Adley Rutschman. Yankees, if you're watching this, please, for the love of God, start developing Jason. He's probably the best thing that happened to you since you got Aaron Judge from Oakland. And if you can't develop him,
Aaron Judge got
that's
traded?
talent wasted. No, he was drafted there, but you can say no. So he said no. He went for another year, and then that's how the Yankees got him. And
Okay.
that's a fun fact.
All right. So Max.
That's what I have.
That's what you have?
Yep, report cards will be coming out for the holiday
God.
special.
Thank
He's
you.
actually gonna
Thank
write
you
them.
for a very
He's gonna write
thorough.
I'll write them and bring them along with a
Thank-
special guest for the holiday special.
Thank you, Max, for a very thorough review of the sports environment.
Yep,
Bravo,
that's sports
bravo.
report,
Bravo.
and
So-
I'll be back when the Yankees can actually do something good.
Okay,
It's
so
not even it's not even the baseball season.
why don't we?
Every day is the baseball
Okay.
season. There's
Oh,
something
God.
called
Why
the
don't we do
season and
this-
the off season.
Why don't we do this now?
Mm-hmm.
It seems to me, I have a suspicion we may have the new Dena theme. Not that I haven't just heard it recently before.
Whoops.
But shall we play the Dena theme for
Yeah, it was
Dena's
a 10
part?
second one.
It's the 10-second one?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Nope.
No, it's the 12-second one.
Dina Fuss.
That's good.
It's better than
Dena's
yours.
fun.
Those harmonies were on point. That was like a Beach Boys record.
That was good. Another hit by Dr. Dan Lockhart.
Yes, that can
It's
go.
better than Max's theme.
Oh!
It's good. All of them are good. So Dena,
really?
so now here's your segment.
Oh,
Enlighten us.
God.
Okay.
Enlighten us with some negative energy. Oh.
Get out.
All
Get
right,
out.
all right, Max.
Okay.
Max, my
Hi.
friend, Max, you had the chance to present your section. Now we're giving Dena her chance. So Dena, the floor is yours. You enlighten us.
Yes.
Well,
How is dance going?
good.
Dance is going well.
Which
Yeah.
dance do you like the best?
Oh my God! Why do you always ask me that?
I just want to know what's
Okay,
the hardest.
well, what instead of which dance you like the best, which dance classes are you participating in now?
Ballet and jazz, and that's it.
Ballet and jazz.
Mhm.
Well, that's nice. That's entertaining.
Mhm.
Yeah. Are you getting ready? We're going to have a recital in June. Is that the deal?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything interesting about dance that you can enlighten us? Can you give us a kitty report on Rocky, Annabelle, and Mr. Finley?
Not the horror doll, the cat.
Not the horror doll. Annabelle, yes. The
She's
cat.
a cat.
Okay. Can you give us a kitten report?
Yeah. Well, my little cat Rocky,
Your little cat. Don't we share it?
dude, Max.
What?
She likes me better. All right, stop the fake crying. You already knew that.
Okay. Max, I'll share the fish with you.
I'm trying to convince my dad to get us a cat.
Yes.
He said maybe.
That's
It's not a no.
That's a
it's
big-
a maybe.
that's a big fat no for me.
Dude,
Have I told you how Annabelle's puke loves to find my foot? And if this cat loves to do that, I'm
all right,
not
Max,
having a
it's
good
my
time.
segment, not
Okay,
yours.
yes, I'll shut
Okay.
up
So
now.
Dena, continue. Anything?
My little cat Rocky, she's been opening up cabinets and opening up doors and going wherever she wants as usual. And oh yeah, one time she took off the letter D from my mom's computer, the key.
She took off the key.
Yeah,
No D.
no D.
Really? So what was the solution?
No, it was just like the key D. She took
Yeah.
the thing
So
off.
there was no D. So you became Ina when mom was typing Dena.
Oh no,
Dena.
no, it still works. Like it still works. Like it'll still press D.
You just have to know that the D is there.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully she doesn't take off the other letters, and then you'll have to remember where the keys are.
Well, yeah, she got a new Chromebook.
Okay, very good.
Oh, what happened to
Okay,
the other
is
one?
there anything
It was a company one.
is there anything else to
Oh, Finley? Yeah, he's been bringing stuff back to our door.
yeah?
Oh, yes, he loves doing that. I think he's been at Black Friday shopping.
With Finley is a hunter. He likes to
Yeah.
Yes, he
With voles and
voles. Yeah,
squirrels and,
and
other
squirrels.
stuff.
and other good stuff. This is exactly what he does when he brings it. He's like,
So
praise
okay.
me.
So Dena, is there other things that you would like to enlighten us?
Oh, Annabelle is super fluffy, and she's gotten even more fluffier since it's the winter,
Oh,
and she let me hold her.
wow!
Oh my god.
Clap
And
for
she
Wow.
purred for me too.
Wow, that's
She
impressive.
Annabelle is super sassy, and she sounds like a sheep when she meows.
Really?
She's like,
Yeah.
So all right. Is there anything else for you to report?
On our Renee Mitzvah,
What's that?
on Friday night, you didn't catch this, but I don't know if you did, but I was starting to sing a song, and then I was singing the right song like everyone else was singing, and then
Which Friday night?
our B'nai Mitzvah Friday night,
Oh, okay.
and then Max just started singing the song before. I was like, Max, that's not the right song. He was like, oh right.
You know what?
Mistakes
let me
happen.
say,
I know.
you don't have to try and do
let me-
exposing
eh,
Max.
guys. Let me say this: is that I've gotten positive feedback from multiple sources that you both did a beautiful, excellent job. So, you're not. People are not perfect. Computers. People are human, and I
But we're
am.
surrounded by technology now.
We are, but
We
what
will
I'm
take
saying,
care
what I'm
Computers now.
listen to me for a moment. What I'm saying is, I'm not super knowledgeable. At this point, you're more knowledgeable about the service than I am. But what I did is I listened to what you did for your B'nai Mitzvah, and I felt that you did a very excellent job. And then people who are knowledgeable, people who know what is supposed to be done, in fact, confirmed to me that you two did a beautiful job. And that's because you worked really hard for over a year preparing to do the service, and I'm very proud of it, and that shows that effort will be rewarded. So actually, Max, you have a new hobby now, right? What's your
Oh,
new
yes.
hobby?
Speaking of
I
that,
don't want to talk about that.
I play D&D now.
Really?
Yes, I do.
Are you having fun?
Oh yes, and if you aren't like Daddy and got the chance to play it when it actually came out, D&D or Dungeons and Dragons, if you're that type of person, it's a fantasy role-playing game. You roll dice, which I don't have them with me.
You don't have them with you.
Yeah.
But for Hanukkah, you're supplied with all the stuff.
Oh yes, I am.
Okay.
You take turns rolling that, moving people, fighting people, etc., etc., etc.
Yes.
All right, you can do whatever you want. My friend bit off another friend's ankles, and I pickpocketed a wizard and backflipped over a 30-foot cavern. But not to brag on Dena or
In the game.
in the game.
You're not pickpocketing wizards out in downtown Somerville.
Oh no,
You picked a good time to start playing D&D, man. You know why?
why?
Because there's about to be a Dungeons and Dragons movie that comes out in I think next year.
Now, Big Kahuna, is it based on the cartoon that was out?
No, I believe
It's-
it's based just on the material.
So
Oh,
So
and
we
the
will see.
campaigns.
I'm not sure entirely, to be honest with you.
that's very exciting. And so what basically happens is Max has picked this up, and I think it's a tremendous outlet for his creativity.
It's a fun time. I wanted to pick it up, so more power to you, man. Because
You know what we should do, Big Kahuna? We should have a shared universe campaign.
that'd be fun.
We should
I'll DM.
we should do a podcast.
Where we
Where-
just do,
where
we
we
should
s-
just do a podcast where we just play D&D. No,
You know what I want to recommend for you guys to watch? There's a
What?
really dope show on. Have you ever heard of Corridor? Corridor Digital.
Oh yes, I watched that show.
Son of a Dungeon.
Yes, I've seen it. I have seen the first episode. I haven't finished it. I've also started the second one, but
Check it out. Just finish it. It's a
have
good
you
time.
seen Node Call of the Wild?
Yes.
Oh yes, that's
I love all those guys. I love the Corridor channel.
Yes.
Are you just not a fan of D&D, Dina?
She's not a fan of anything, to be
Isn't
exact.
this supposed to be my segment? And
Well,
not
just
all
turn
of
it-
Well,
Max?
I'm
Turn
sorry,
into
Dina.
free-for-all.
I thought you were done. I'm sorry.
No.
Okay, please continue. Please continue.
Also,
Without
Offending me.
without being not nice to your brother. Can you? Is this a positive? This is a positive contribution.
If you don't have anything nice to say,
Don't say it at all.
yes.
Dina,
Words to live
Dina,
by.
you're such a positive, smart, intelligent, wonderful person.
That's debatable.
Can you-
oh,
Now,
get
now
out.
you see.
Get
Now,
out.
now you see, Max. That
I love that movie.
That was one step too far. Okay, what you know?
You don't say
only
that
you
about
only
someone.
have you only have each other. I mean, you know, you have one brother and one sister, and
I mean, it's true, y'all. I
Yeah.
mean, I got my brother and sister,
Yeah.
and my sister lives across the country. I miss her every day.
yeah,
Have you
and
zoomed
and
call
and,
her?
I'm so nice.
She's too busy.
I'm so nice to my sister. I made fun of her Thanksgiving at the beginning of this podcast. So I am.
You
I am,
only have your sister.
So,
I
hey,
am-
listen.
See, I'm.
The rivalry will last forever,
I am
but the
very-
love will last.
I
The,
am-
the love will last even longer.
I will tell you, it's very nice. We had a wonderful family dinner, and everybody had a great time. So all right. We're coming up on the holiday season. What are you? We're going to try to have our holiday special in between Christmas and New Year's. What are you looking forward to in the next couple of weeks, Dina Joy?
Probably getting a lot of gifts since it's the holiday season.
Okay.
Snow and
Snow.
winter break.
No, snow
And-
is the
snow
worst
and-
one
and
of them
what-
all.
The worst one of them all.
And what else are you looking
Hey.
forward to? What was the last thing?
Winter break.
Winter break. What are you looking forward to, Max?
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah?
And
Okay.
not snow, because if you have too much snow, there goes our last snow day.
Okay.
Remember,
So,
Dina?
so Big Kahuna,
Yeah,
you know what?
Doesn't matter anyway.
I think I just remembered.
Oh, and there's one more thing. Our gym finally being done. Yeah, our gym kind of got destroyed, so
And,
Everything,
and-
Dina?
and
the-
our flood.
in
yeah.
in Ida. So, but I have to
I
say
can't wait to have a gym and not go outside
exactly.
and have to deal with all the geese poop.
Yeah, that's rough.
And
But
what
you
was
know what I'm looking forward to. I understand that there is a fantastic new album coming out by a hot new talent that is sitting at the end of the table.
Oh, is it better than Blackpink?
What?
I knew you were gonna say it. I just had a feeling. I had a feeling you were gonna mention that.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh man.
I
sing?
well,
Oh no, not like in a negative way. I'm glad you did. I appreciate it. I'm just
it's
bashful when it comes to talking about my own
well,
stuff.
I have to.
That's
Wait, you
advertising.
sing?
Yeah, I make music.
Yeah, Dina, he sings.
You didn't know that.
Big Kahuna is a super creative guy.
Oh.
He, you know,
Do you
he,
like
Yeah, I
DJ or
strive to be
something?
him every day.
You try to be me.
Yes.
Good
I try.
luck. It's a very difficult process. It's years of training, man.
exactly.
It's a very long
Well,
process.
Max-
Well, if we can
Okay.
strive for
so-
hard work and we can put it.
Max, who's
we
your
can put it
favorite
in the
DJ?
time.
Didn't you want to be a DJ?
At one point, yes, but
He still does. He's like, I want to DJ. So I
I-
want to.
it
Like you
doesn't
want to
seem-
learn how to scratch, like the.
doesn't seem that hard.
Well, it's a pretty big learning curve,
Yeah.
but it's not too big of a learning curve. But if you learn the theory, it's easy to understand in terms of remixing and stuff like that. But no, I'm not a DJ. I just make music. I actually make kids music. Funny enough, like for a very short period of time, I had
you
a
make music for Coco Melon.
no, never in a million years. They take my business. Forget Coco Melon. But no, I for a
Oh,
very
Max, you need to tell him about the Cocomelon cult on our bus.
Oh yes, on our bus there's in the back seat there's a big Coco Melon cult.
I don't know.
There's
I don't know what that is.
No, you're better off, Stu. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't drag your father into this horror.
I don't know.
Don't do it.
I hope it's not like drug smuggling or something.
No, it. You know what? It might as well be. It's that bad. But no,
I'm done.
Cocomelon is just this really bad YouTube kids show.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Well-
when they think I make kids music, they're like, oh, he works for Cocomelon. No. I actually got the opportunity. I worked for Thomas the Tank Engine for a very brief period. of
What?
time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh,
I wrote
God.
some.
I'm afraid of Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh yeah, Dena has
Well,
a
then you
whole-
don't like culture.
Okay,
No, I'm just kidding.
let me
I get like a fear of costumes.
let me say
Oh,
this.
really?
Let me say this. Okay, I made a little fun of Max. Now it's Dena's turn.
Yeah,
Okay,
Dena.
so
Okay, but
now
this is something I
now
used
So
to
you're
watch.
afraid of like the gray face?
yes,
Is that
yeah,
what it is?
yeah, so
No, the conductor.
the big kahuna.
Oh, Mr. Conductor, the
Mr.
little
Con-
dude?
Let me,
Mr.
let me,
Topham hat.
Oh,
Mr. Topham hat.
Okay.
I'm
Let me
afraid of
relay.
him.
Let me relay this. When the kids were really little, like babies, their mom and I took them to Thomas the Tank Engine Live in Phillipsburg, New Jersey, where they have the engine and you can ride on the train.
Yeah, they have it dressed up as Thomas.
Exactly, and it was a rainy day, and we went to go, and I was holding Dena, and their mom was holding Max, and we went in the tent, and the Sir Topham,
Sir Topham hat. You had it.
the guy in the
Top hat.
top hat in the costume.
Yeah, how original name.
And he had a huge melon head, and he
Yeah.
and
He looked a little terrifying, huh?
Dena was a baby. She looked at that Sir Topham hat, screamed like she was being killed, turned around, bit me in the shoulder blade, and I start going, ow, 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 and they're like, what's the matter? I'm like, she's biting me. I'm like, they're like, who's biting you? I'm like, my daughter's biting me. So I like went out and into the rain, and after what seemed like a really long time, she let go, and we calmed her down, and then for about a month, I had these really cute little baby bite mark, bruises on my shoulder.
The question, I'm gonna be stunned.
So
Yeah,
just,
well, and I-
just
So
the point.
you got so scared of Sir Topham hat, you bit your father.
yeah.
very badly.
Respect.
So-
Respect. Give me a
so-
high five.
So the point.
She
the,
bit me
the
in the arm
point-
as well.
let me
I'm surprised she's not a cannibal right now. She
let me
bit
say
my
this:
arm.
the point of these stories is, yes, I traumatized my kids, either with loud movie theaters or costume characters. So yes, internet. New Jersey Bat Dad Stu Greenberg terrorized his children, and now Dena's afraid of Thomas the Tank Engine, and Max can't go into movie theaters.
Oh, I'm also afraid of anyone dressing up with the hat.
The costumes.
Yeah.
That's a specific phobia.
Yeah,
It's like mascophobia or something.
Yeah, something where it's like any character in a costume.
yeah,
One of my favorite YouTubers, Tom Ska, is afraid of that.
really.
He cannot. If anybody in a costume or even in makeup playing the character approaches him, he gets like.
There was that Joker dude.
Oh my God! Yeah. Okay. So he's a very nice cosplayer. He's a very he's a very nice guy. I can't think of his. I think his first name is Paul. He's a wonderful guy, and he really does. He does like the Living Doll cosplay. He does.
Hell no.
He goes. He does Jack Nicholson Joker, but he's really into it, and he laughs like he does the Joker laugh. And we would go to Comic-Cons.
Garden State Comic Fest to be exact.
Yes.
We went to Garden State Comic Fest, and he was on the other side of the arena, and he did the Joker laugh, and these two nearly lost their minds. They were like, "We are out of here." I'm like,
That's what
and-
she's like, nope, bye.
yeah. So
Max wanted to do the Jedi training or something.
Yes, I wanted to do
I
that.
was so scared.
Dena was done with it. So, but
So is it like any costume characters, like even stormtroopers mess with you?
No, not all.
No,
Or is it
not
more or less
really.
characters with faces?
It's characters with faces mainly.
interesting.
You just called stormtroopers a bunch of nameless faces.
Well, that's
Have
just
you
it. They
ever
don't
heard
really
the
have.
story of the Cleveland Browns, Dena? That's 2021s to be exact.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had a brain fart. I just thought of something. You know what we didn't discuss
Yo,
in pop
Daddy,
culture?
now I smell your brain fart. It
Yes.
looks
You know
disgusting.
what we didn't discuss in pop culture?
What?
We talked about it a little bit beforehand. He-Man Masters of the Universe Revelation Part 2.
Yes.
That was fantastic.
It's better than a Marvel movie.
Oh my God, no.
Kevin Smith,
Stop.
Max Greenberg,
I mean, from the
better
last
than a
two?
Marvel movie.
Probably.
We really enjoyed it. It was so good. We were on the edge of our
Now-
seat.
But now here's the
Literally.
real question for the kids: were you guys forced to watch the OG Masters of the Universe first, the original from the '80s?
Absolutely not.
See, there you go.
Because we can't find it. That's the problem.
Was it like the one with like the really, really bad like animation?
Yes.
Ew. That came on like next or right after like the new one.
No,
and it
no,
was,
no,
like,
no.
a really,
That
really
was
bad
that
one.
was an anime. There's an anime. Masters
No, it
of-
wasn't even like an anime. It was like a kids. You know,
Oh,
like
it's
the
the
like,
3D one.
yeah.
It looks 3D. Yeah,
That's
It was-
another one.
That's another one. What happened? What the Big Kahuna is talking about is old school. Back. When in the far past.
Back when
Oh my
your
God,
dad
when
was
the
your age, man.
dinosaurs.
Well,
When Daddy was
older.
wearing denim jackets.
Yes,
Ew.
back when Daddy was
Hey,
wearing
denim jackets were
denim
cool back in the
denim
day.
Yeah,
jackets with
Okay,
buttons,
whatever.
denim jeans, denim shirt, and a
that
big
was
old
all-
mullet.
Oh.
That was my look.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, we
Gina.
didn't look at the original.
Oh,
I
Dena.
didn't feel it was
Dena
necessary
just threw
to
up.
enjoy the.
No,
the
it's
new
not.
version.
I just was curious if they had any.
No, but I mean, really entertaining. Really, was good. Very satisfying. Great character development. Very interesting. I enjoyed it very much. So
The question is, will they make a season 2 to
They're gonna
I-
make a part 3. Mm-hmm,
I
totally.
think they will.
No, it's only 2 parts. The first season.
But I think they will make a second season. I hope they do. They drop massive, potential directions going forward.
as a spoiler free.
Spoiler. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Masters of the Universe spoiler.
That was a good snap find. Well, yeah, like the ending when Skeletor's computerized. So I think that they're probably gonna do that. That was the only spoiler.
Well,
I gave.
and what the reveal was, and Big Kahuna, you can help. That was the Hordak symbol, wasn't it? That basically bringing in the whole idea of She-Ra, Princess of Power.
Oh, is that a bad guy or a good guy?
That is He-Man's twin sister.
Wow.
Wait, they bought in She-Ra
Yeah.
in part
No,
2?
no. What happened is that did you see it?
For part 2?
Yes.
He did, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, do you know in the last episode when Skeletor goes to like Snake Mountain and is battling Triclops and then is like the motherboard, computerizes him.
Yeah.
When like her head opens up, it reveals the Hordak symbol, and Hordak is the big bad.
Oh, the big bad
of
from
She-Ra.
She-Ra.
The
Yeah.
big bad.
Is that the
Yes.
big bad guy?
And
did he
yes,
literally
for
just
all my
say?
colleagues, I will be giving you the projections for the oncology sales force on Monday. So
I do have to say one thing.
Yeah.
I am a 6'4" black man who will openly admit I love She-Ra. The show
She-Ra-
is so good.
She-Ra is awesome.
Is She-Ra the new show on Netflix? Is one of Netflix's best animated shows.
I have
It's
not seen
so
that.
good. It's
I'm
so good.
I'm talking about old school She-Ra. Pretty good, darn good. I like it.
See,
Is that Hordak's person the big bad guy of the whole
Yes,
series?
yes,
Yes.
yes, exactly.
but it's done so well.
Yeah,
it's
so-
done so well.
Well,
Kevin does an
you know
amazing
what
job.
can I say? We live
Right.
we live in an age of wonder with an embarrassment of riches. So, and you know,
And with good and with
and
good
and
bad
I, you know
and
what,
ugly
you know what,
reboots.
we've had a lovely conversation. I think maybe we should start thinking about wrapping up. Max asked me if I had brought merch today.
We don't have merch time, unfortunately.
I don't have merch today, but Max, what should the fans of STU-Ing It do?
If you want any of the merch from the last podcast that we did, the big collab, you can email Daddy
My
your
dad, my
information,
dad.
and he will see to it that you can get your merch.
If you're interested in a keychain or a button
Or a coaster, the
or
best
a
part of
coaster
them. Or a magnet.
a magnet, just send me
Or
a
a sticker.
send me an email or send me a personal DM, and we can discuss how I can get you some of the delightful STU-Ing It merch.
And if you don't know what DM means, it's direct messaging.
Yes. Well, I want to say that I am very proud of you, Dena, for the excellent job you've done in this episode. Max,
Wait. Also, for dragging me to the secret stash. Whatever that other store we went to was.
TESC
well,
Town Studios.
Yeah, that thing.
we
That
did
was-
our tour of Central Jersey. We went to the secret stash.
we didn't go
We went to see our good friend George
that
at
wasn't so
Revere
bad.
Picture Framing. We went and we saw the fabulous Brian Johnson at TESC Town Studios in Airport Plaza in Hazlet, and then we've come here.
I don't know who that is.
So,
Unfortunately, we didn't get to see Quick Stop Groceries.
well, we will do that. We have plenty of time. We'll take care of that. Max, I'm very proud of you. You've done an excellent job as well.
Well, thanks.
I appreciate you participating and giving us your sports report.
Yes.
Big Kahuna, thank you for your friendship and your expert sound engineering.
It is
As
no problem.
always.
And for everybody, just think for a moment. And, while things might look dark or you might be a little pessimistic,
There's
and
always hope.
there's always
in the
hope.
future.
and we have to think positively and think to a brighter tomorrow. And that's the end of this episode.
Oh, I just want to say something.
Oh, okay, that's
God,
not the end of this
no.
episode.
No.
Max, whenever, and I've said this multiple times, your jokes are so corny.
Dena,
But when you
As
try
long-
not to be funny, you're funny. But when you
Okay.
try to be funny, you're not.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Dena,
We're
they're
gonna have
funny.
we're gonna have an
That's
interesting
all
car.
I'll say.
Excuse me.
And stop the mocking.
We're gonna have an interesting car ride home, I think. Okay. So
We
anyway,
have a long ride ahead of us.
a long ride ahead
Stop
of us. And
I'm
I
not
and Kahuna is that it for us today?
I think that's it.
I think that's
12
it.
minutes over.
Bye. Wave to our
Okay,
fans.
bye.
Bye.